Hey, I'm Michael Vandenham, and I'm going to take you for a lap of the 2019 Peterborough National Championship course.
Oh, that's not bad. It's a really nice village.
Okay, so we have a pavement start this year at Nationals. So we'll be coming down here, probably about 200 meters long. We have a little bit of a right-hand bend to it before it dives off into the left. My guess is that setting up on the right-hand side and lining up on the right-hand side of the course will be better, but you might get pinched off against the fencing. Onto this fairly heavy section of grass right here. Basically the full first, minute of this course is pretty solid pedaling. And then we come into this really slick, tricky corner. I think there's probably gonna definitely be some feet out, maybe a crash there on the first lap. I would be careful of that one and try to stay on the inside if I weren't in the lead. More pedaling and into kind of the first tricky corner here. So a bit of an off camber, pushes you down to the bottom, right there. We come into this big off camber, you can pretty much go flat out through this one, no brakes. We have a little bit of a grind uphill. Last year this was complete mud bog with a rut up through here, but unless we get quite a bit of rain, I don't think we're going to be seeing that at all. Another grind uphill, very similar turn to the last one. Again, last year, super soggy and boggy through here. I'd say this first part of the lap can sort of be characterized by this fairly bumpy, fairly slow, fairly heavy grass, quite a few hits. It may not seem super hard just cruising around, but I think on laps, 3, 4, 5, whatever you're at, it'll be pretty challenging. Then into the barriers here. Very hoppable. They're probably getting close to 40 centimeters, but definitely a bit of an advantage if you can pull it off. And then we're coming up to a U-turn and then the first time through the pits here. Again, unless conditions change pretty significantly, I don't think we're going to see a lot of pitting tomorrow. But as always, nice professional pit setup, double-sided. So this marks sort of the halfway point of the lap right here, maybe a little bit under. It also marks our exit from that rugby pitch. So from here on out, we're getting a little bit more dirt, a little bit more leaves, some more roots, and less of that really heavy grass on the rest of the course. All right, and here we're coming up to another pretty technical off camber. You can really set up for this one wide, watch out for the hole, and just pedal right across it like that. And this next bit's actually one of my favorite sections of the course. So it's a pretty good steep little drop in here. And what you'll notice you can do is actually come up on the grass and slide it down, take it on the inside, and then set you up for that run up.
What? I don't think I'm gonna shoulder my bike. I think I will. Yeah.
And then we're at this run up right here, absolute wall. You almost have to reach down and grab the grass in front of you just to get up this. I think if anyone remembers last year, there was sort of mid-calf deep steps that were going up. It's pretty soft still this year, but I don't think we'll be looking at that. Back up on top, a couple more slick little turns with multiple line options around these trees. Then we have a fast descent back down to the bike path. This section right here, I think will actually be one of the most decisive features of the course. It's a hard climb made more challenging by these funny little landscaped in steps. And you really have to hit it to carry speed over there. And if the person you're racing with, or if you're starting to crack a little bit, it'll definitely show. Back up at the top now for a few more flat turns, and then heading into the pits for the second time. Again, some turns that are going to end up being slick with multiple line choices, a little rough, then a U-turn coming right into the pits.
There's not a single part of the course that I don't like.
I know. You guys wanna go ahead?
Sure, thanks.
There's not a lot of places for like. It's just annoying. Yeah.
Sort of a slippery gravel corner here. You're gonna have to ease up a little bit and just go slower through there to stay up on the grass. Now we're about to descend into probably a bunch of the most technical features of the course all back to back. So first off is this descent, a little bit bumpy, again with those steps. You can already see it's getting chewed up. I like setting this one up pretty wide, cutting in, and then pedaling out of it. Then we come up to this big off camber. This was super muddy, choppy last year. This year you can just stay up high and pedal across it. All right, and then we're coming up to the run/ride up. If you hit this with just the right speed, it is rideable, but definitely a big effort, and you kind of really have to find just the right amount of traction to make that happen.
Tell me you're trying that again. No.
All right, from here it's just one more technical turn, then we're at the finish line. So this turn, another one that's fairly bumpy. You can see there's a pretty worn in line, but you can go outside it if you want, or you can take it. And then pedal up. Pedal up this last little punch, and then we're coming up straight through to the finish. So pretty short sprint. My prediction would be whoever comes out of that turn first is gonna be the first one to cross the line. Yeah, so there you have it, Peterborough 2019 course. Very, very fast. Deceptively, a lot of hard pedaling out here. I think people might be looking at it and going, oh, it's flat, it's gonna be a road race. After doing a hard lap, I kind of beg to differ. It's a all-out brawl. It actually feels quite European with hard technical sections when you're already pedaling hard. So I think when people start to blow up, they'll blow up pretty quick, and gaps will end up forming on this one. Hey, how are you? Sorry, I was recording things.
Yeah, no.
Good to see you. I didn't know you were coming out.
Yeah,